hand. There we go. All right, we're gonna get started in a hero's pose. So you have some options for your hero's pose. You can sit on your heels with your toes untucked. You can sit between your feet, or you can bring one block, or if you have them, 2 blocks underneath you. If this doesn't feel comfortable because you don't have the blocks or you're not totally relaxed, then you are welcome to just find an easy seat. We're gonna be here for a few minutes, so I don't want anyone to feel pain in the knees. And we'll just take a moment to settle in. If you're reclined, you can let your arms be however feels good. And if you're in heroes, upright heroes, you can bring your hands to your thighs, face down for grounding. Our reading today is verse 10 of the Tao Te Ching from Change Your Thoughts, Change Your Life. So relevant right now. Carrying body and soul and embracing the one, can you avoid separation? Can you let your body become as supple as a newborn child's? In the opening and shutting of heaven's gate, can you play the feminine part? Can you love your people and govern your domain without self-importance? Giving birth and nourishing, having yet not possessing, working yet not taking credit, leading without controlling or dominating. One who heeds this power brings the Tao to this very earth. This is the primal virtue. This verse of the Tao Te Ching examines the paradoxical nature of life on earth. Lao Tzu encourages the attainment of comfort with the seemingly incompatible opposites of body and soul, which form the basis of our daily life. This teaching takes the form of a series of questions. Can an adult body with all of the conditions inherent in the aging process, such as stiffness, soreness, limitations caused by aching joints, and so on, be as supple as a newborn's? Is it possible to be someone who works and struggles and still be the feminine spirit, birthing creation? Can one succeed in these and similar ways and still be free of feelings of self-importance? Is it possible to stay true to the Tao without allowing ego to dominate, yet successfully function in an ego-dominated world? Embrace oneness by seeing yourself in everyone you encounter. We can personally live the Tao by suspending our belief in opposites and reactivating our awareness of its unity. That is, we can surrender ego and be in this world without being of it. So as you think about an intention for your practice today, can you embrace oneness? Can you see your body, your mind, and your breath all as one living thing? Can you connect with your knees at the same time as your ankles? Can you relax your shoulders even as you engage your core? Can you find all of the opposites on your mat and see them as one rather than as different, as separate? We view so many aspects of our life and of the world as different things competing, as us versus them. But on your mat, can you experience it as a whole? Bring your hands to prayer in heart center. Bow your head towards your hands. Say your intention quietly to yourself. And we'll seal these intentions with 3 cleansing and clarifying breaths. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. And again, inhale through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. One more time, inhale. Let it go. Open up your eyes if you're reclined. Come back up to your upright heroes. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the ceiling. Lengthen through your fingertips. Exhale, twist to the right. Bring your left hand towards your right knee and your right hand towards the floor behind you. Grow taller through the crown of your head. Twist from your ribs. Inhale takes you back up to center, and exhale, twist in the opposite direction. Inhale takes you back up to center. Exhale, release your hands to the mat in front of you. Remove any blocks, take them off to the side, and we'll find a tabletop position here. Tuck your toes under. It should feel pretty good after resting on the tops of your feet. And rock your weight forward and backwards in towards your heels, just to stretch out through the arches of your feet and your toes. Maybe rock a little bit on your toes from side to side. So lots of ankle work today, lots of work into the toes. At any point, you can untuck or curl in order to feel that stretch. And then coming back to center, walk your knees out, mats width distance apart, press your sit bones towards your heels, reach your fingertips forward, child's pose. Take an inhale here. And exhale, lengthen through your spine. Walk your hands over to the right edge of your mat. Press your left sit bone towards your left heel. Then walk your hands back to center and walk them over to the left side of your mat. Pressing your right sit bone towards your right heel, feeling the stretch through the side body. And walk your hands back to center. Rise back up to that tabletop position. Lower your forearms to the mat. We're gonna start today in a forearm plank. So step your toes back behind you, legs are straight, hips are in line with your shoulders and in line with your heels. One straight, long line of energy. Engage your core, breathe here. We're gonna hold here just for 8, 7, 6, last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll over onto your right arm for a forearm side plank. Lift your left arm up towards the ceiling. Good. Now listen carefully. Drop your left forearm to the mat. Roll over to the left. Right arm lifts up. You can call these your forearm plank helicopters. We take it side to side. You can go slow, you can go fast, you can move with the music, whatever calls to you. You're here for 8, 7, 6, last 5, you've got 4, just 3, 2, and 1. Take it back to center. Lower your hips just for a moment. Sphinx pose. Untuck your toes. Spread your collarbones wide. Inhale. Exhale. Press back up to your forearm plank. Inhale. Pike your hips up towards the ceiling. And exhale. Bring it back to your forearm plank. Lift. Lower. Lift. Lower. Exhale, exhale. Try not to arch your back when you drop your hips down. So you're just dropping down to that steady forearm plank position. Keep your belly button drawn in. You're here for 8, 7, last 6. You've got 5, just 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sphinx pose. Drop your hips down. Pull your chest forward. Inhale and exhale. You up for one more? You've got one more. Bring it back to your forearm plank. Take it over to the right. Your left hand can come to your left hip. Drop your right hip towards the floor and press it away. Lower, lift, lower, lift. Exhale, exhale. You're here for 8, 7, 6. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back to center. Drop your hips. Sphinx pose. Take an inhale. And exhale. Back up to forearm plank. Last side. Take it to the left. Drop your hips and lift. Lower, lift. Inhale, exhale. For 8, 7, 6. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back to center. Drop your hips. Breathe. Inhale and exhale. Curl your right heel in towards your seat. Reach behind you for the top of your foot. Pull your heel in towards your seat for a stretch through your right calf and into your shoulder. Inhale and exhale. Release your right foot. Take it over to the left side for this half frog position. Keep, ooh, Rachel. It's crazy. You're like a rubber. A little Gumby. Take an inhale here. And exhale. Release your foot. Lower down. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes. Inhale, tabletop position. Let's find a few rounds of cat and cow. Drop your belly. Chest comes forward. Gaze comes forward. Exhale, cow pose. Round of cat pose. Round through your back like an angry cat. Inhale, cow. Drop your belly. Exhale, cat. Round your back. Continue flowing with your breath. Inhaling for cow and exhaling for cat. Add on any additional movements that feel good in your body. You can find hip circles, wrist stretches, whatever feels right to you. We'll meet back in our neutral tabletop in 5, shoulders over wrists in 4, hips over knees in 3, 2, and 1. Tabletop. Inhale, right arm lifts towards the ceiling. Look towards your thumb. Roll out your wrist, circle in one direction, and then in the other. Exhale, thread the needle. Right arm comes under left. Lower down to your right shoulder or your right temple. You can stay here, or you can take something deeper if that's in your practice. Breathe. Release any extended limbs to the mat. Inhale, right arm lifts. Exhale, tabletop. Inhale, left arm lifts. Roll out your wrists, first in one direction, and then in the other. Exhale, thread the needle. Left arm under right. Take the variation that you took on the other side. Rooting down through your left shoulder. Feeling the connection of your core and at the same time, the lightness of your body. Release any extended limbs to the mat. Inhale, left arm lifts. Exhale, tabletop. Walk your hands one handprint forward, spread your fingers wide, tuck your toes, lift your knees and your hips, downward facing dog. For your first down dog of practice, you can pedal through your feet, bending one knee and then the other. You can come up onto your tippy toes and then melt your heels closer to the floor. Feel a nice stretch here through the backs of your legs and into your feet. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, tiptoe your feet forward to meet your hands for a ragdoll pose. Separate your feet hips width distance apart. Bring a generous bend in your knees. Opposite hand to opposite elbow, sway side to side. Nod your head yes for yoga, no for no worries, and then yes again for unity. Release your hands down to the floor, heel toe your feet closer together so that your big toes touch. Inhale, halfway lift, bring your hands to your shins or your thighs. Reach forward through the crown of your head, press your tailbone out behind you. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up to mountain pose, stacking bone on top of bone on top of bone. Head comes up last. Shrug your shoulders up towards your ears and relax them down your back. Classical sun salutation. Inhale, extended mountain, reach your arms up high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat, step your right foot back, drop your back knee, uncurl your toes. Inhale, low lunge, reach your arms high. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back to a high plank. Lower your knees, lower chest and chin to the floor. Inhale, baby cobra, lift up your chin and the top of your chest, press the tops of your feet into the mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts, toes point down towards the mat. Exhale, step your right foot between your hands, drop your back knee, uncurl your toes. Inhale, low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, hands to the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat, step your left foot back, drop your back knee, keep your toes curled. Feel that stretch both into your foot and into your hip flexors. Exhale, hands to the mat, high plank. Once again, lower knees, lower chest and chin. Inhale, baby cobra, stay light on your hands. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step your left foot between your hands, drop your back knee, keep your toes curled. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, hands to the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extended mountain, pause here. Exhale, open arm twist to the right. Left arm comes forward, right arm comes back. Keep your hips square, twist from your upper body. Flip your front palm towards the ceiling. Inhale to radiate your twist. Left arm reaches up and back. Right hand reaches down towards the floor behind you. Take an inhale here. Exhale, cartwheel your hands, open arm twist to the left. Right arm comes forward, left arm comes back. See if you can lift your back arms a little bit higher. Flip your front palm towards the ceiling. Inhale, radiate your twist. Right arm reaches up, left hand reaches down. Feel the stretch down the side body. Inhale here. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, hands to the mat, high plank. Your choice, continue to drop your knees or find a full chaturanga, lower halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Pull your chest forward, relax your shoulders. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward, bend your knees, get high on your toes. Exhale, walk, jump, or float your feet forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extended mountain, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, open arm twist to the right. Inhale, radiate your twist. Exhale, open arm twist to the left. Inhale, radiate your twist. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat, high to low push-up, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, travel to meet your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, open arm twist to the right. Inhale, radiate your twist. Exhale, open arm twist to the left. Inhale, radiate your twist. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat, high to low push-up, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So my friends, when I planned my class, there was no humidity. So in light of that, I'm just going to give you a word of caution to be careful because we are going to be coming off our mat slightly. We're going to be moving all around the mat, getting a little dancey, acting a little different than we normally do. Take an inhale here and exhale. Inhale, jump your legs wide for a wide-legged down dog. Try not to slip. Yes, right? Really engage those inner thighs. Start to walk your hands back towards your feet for a wide-legged forward fold. Root down into your feet. Squeeze your inner thighs in towards each other. Breathe. Inhale and exhale. See if you can fold a little bit closer to your legs. Now turn your toes out, bend into your knees. Inhale, goddess squat. Pull your elbows up in line with your shoulders. Neutralize your tailbone. Engage your core. Find lightness here, find steadiness, find ease. Inhale. Exhale, bring your elbows together, your hands to prayer. See if you can lift your elbows up in line with your shoulders. At the same time, sink deeper into your squat. Inhale, crescent lunge to the right. So pivot onto the ball of your back foot, bend into your right knee. We're not here for very long. Hopefully nobody's falling over. Take an inhale here. Exhale, seated twist. Lower down to a seat so you're facing the back of your mat. Twist to the right. Left elbow comes around your right knee. Lengthen through the crown of your head with your inhale. Twist with your exhale. Inhale brings you back to center. Listen because you're not facing me. So your goal here is to come up to your cross-legged knee stand, which you may need to use your hands to rock yourself forward. So you're standing on your knees, right leg in front of the left, arms reach up towards the ceiling. Inhale here. Exhale, half camel to the right. Bring your right hand down towards your back leg. Your left arm reaches up and over, just like that radiant twist. Inhale brings you back to center. Exhale, half camel to the left. Reach up and over. Good. Inhale brings you back up to center. Exhale, release your hands down to the mat. Step back, downward facing dog. Whew. All right, so you now know the slipperiness of your mat. Maybe don't jump as hard, or the floor. Take an inhale here. Exhale, open your legs out wide into your wide-legged down dog. Walk your hands back towards your feet so that you're folded forward here, wide-legged forward fold. Breathe, inhale. And exhale, turn your toes out. Maybe bring your heels to the edges of your mat for support. Inhale, goddess squat. Lift up. Pull your belly button in. Sink your hips low. Knees and toes pointed in the same direction. Inhale. Exhale, bring your hands to prayer. Elbows together. Lift your elbows up in line with your shoulders. Notice if that helps you stick your butt out more. Instead, pull your butt down towards the floor. Engage your core. Inhale, crescent lunge into your left knee. Pivot onto the ball of your right foot. Bend into your left knee. Square your hips. Exhale, seated twist. Bring it low to the mat. Left leg is on top. Twist to the left. Inhale and exhale. Inhale brings you back to center. Exhale, cross kneed stand with arms lifted. Inhale here. Exhale, half camel to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale, half camel to the right. Inhale takes you to center. Exhale, release your hands to the mat. Step back, downward facing dog. Here we go, a little bit faster. Inhale, open your legs out wide. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, goddess squat. Exhale, elbows together. Inhale, pivot, crescent lunge to the right knee. Exhale, seated twist, twist to the right. Inhale, cross, kneed, stand, arms lift up. Exhale, half camel to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, half camel to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, hands to the mat, downward facing dog. Last time. Inhale, legs wide. Exhale, walk your hands towards your feet. Inhale, goddess squat. Exhale, elbows together. Inhale, pivot to your left knee, crescent lunge. Exhale, seated twist, left leg on top. Inhale, cross, kneed, stand. Exhale, half camel to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, half camel to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back to your down dog. This time through, we'll add on. Inhale, send your legs out wide. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Pause here. I'm gonna take it a little wider. Start to bend your knees side to side, little lunges. You're here for 8, 7, 6, last 5, 4, just 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back to center. Goddess squat. Except now. All right, turn to the side because I don't want anybody to fall. We're gonna find your right heel lifted, little pulses in your squat for 8, 7, 6, 5, last 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop your right heel down, lift your left heel and pulse. Pulse, pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop your heel, bring your elbows together. Inhale, crescent lunge to the top of your mat. Exhale, seated twist, twist to the right. Inhale, cross, kneed, stand, right leg on top. Exhale, half camel to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, half camel to the left. Inhale, center. Listen carefully. Right arm under left. Eagle wrap your arms. Lift your elbows up in line with your shoulders. Start to find a little back bend here. Squeeze your inner thighs. Pull your belly button in. Look up towards the ceiling. Breathe. Inhale and exhale. Take another inhale. Exhale, hands to the mat. Downward facing dog. Inhale, take your legs out wide. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Once again, step to the long edge of your mat. Let me face the camera. Good. And take it side to side. 8, 7, 6. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Toes out. Inhale, goddess squat. This time we lift both heels off the mat. Pulse with both heels lifted. Little tiny pulses for 8, 7, 6, 5. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it low here just for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your elbows together. Inhale, crescent lunge to your left knee. Exhale, seated twist, left leg on top. Inhale brings you back to center. Exhale, knee stand, left leg on top. Exhale, half camel to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, half camel to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, eagle arms, left arm underneath. Lift your elbows in line with your shoulders. Lift your heart, lift your gaze. Breathe. Inhale and exhale. One more inhale. Exhale, release your hands to the mat. Downward facing dog, child's pose. Drink water. Wipe sweat. How are you feeling? I'm super, super, super sweaty. The thingy's off, right? Oh wait, I can't see you. It's off. I was like 2 seconds in. Oh, we're all gonna die today. Let me find a new way to do this on your mat. All right. It's okay. I'll keep it in mind for Wednesday. All right, we forget that the heat changes things. All right, we'll meet in child's pose. Press your sit bones towards your heels, reach your fingertips forward. Take a deep inhale here through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. One more like that. Inhale. Exhale, let go of your heat. Inhale, lifts you up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, walk or jump your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Bend your knees, reach your arms high, sink your hips low. Shift your weight back into your heels so that you can see all 10 toes. Lift them up, give them a wiggle, press them back down into the mat. Take an inhale here. Exhale, drinking bird. Sweep your arms back. Shift your weight forward into your toes. Lift your heels off the mat. Maybe bring your chest parallel to the floor. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Inhale, chair pose. Rock it back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat. High to low push-up, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step it between your hands. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Flip your front palm. Inhale, reverse warrior, reach up and back. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to the mat. High to low push-up, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Flip your front palm. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, hands to the mat. High to low push-up, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll add on the next time through. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, travel to meet your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, drinking bird. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat. High to low push-up, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step it between your hands. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Pause here. Inhale, skandasana into your left knee. Find that deep side lunge to the back of your mat. See if you can keep your heel on the floor to stretch into your ankle. Flex your right toes in towards your face. A block can come underneath your left sit bone for support, or you can stay up higher in your lunge. Take an inhale here. Exhale, lizard lunge to the top of your mat. Walk your hands to the inside of your right foot. Maybe walk your right foot out to the right edge. Rock forward and backwards, opening up a little deeper into the hips, and then lower your back knee to the floor if that feels good. You can stay high on your hands. You can come lower onto your forearms We'll be here for a few breaths. If you're down on your forearms, you can press back up to your hands. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. Step your back foot outside your left hand for yogi squat, malasana. Toes are angled slightly out. Hands can come to prayer in heart center. If this isn't comfortable, a block under your seat can help. Press both heels into the floor, press both elbows into your knees. Lift up through the crown of your head. See if you can grow a little bit taller. And breathe. Actively press your knees away from each other in this ode to our Mula Bandha, our root lock, which heads up, has something to do with our peak pose today. Mula Bandhasana is where we're going. Take an inhale here. Exhale, hands to the mat, forward fold. Let's do it on the other side. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, drinking bird. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat. High to low push-up, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, skandasana to the back of your mat, into your right knee. Left toes flex towards the ceiling. Maybe hands come to prayer in heart center. Maybe there's something deeper in your practice. Breathe. Inhale and exhale. One more inhale here. Exhale, lizard lunge to the top of your mat. Shift your weight forward and backwards, eventually dropping your back knee down to the floor. You can walk your left foot out to the left a little bit here. You can let it fall open to the side or draw it in towards your shoulder. Whatever feels right. Whatever makes you feel whole and unified in your practice. If you're down on your forearms, you can come back up to your hands. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. Exhale, malasana. Step your back foot forward to the outside of your right hand. Bring your hands to prayer in heart center. And breathe. Everybody looks great. You can always bring your feet wider or closer together to encourage your heels closer to the mat. Take one more inhale here. As you exhale, find your way to a seat on your mat. Grab water, wipe sweat. All right. So kind of just a little pause in the heat generating before we get into this peak pose. We'll just take the legs out in front in Dandasana or staff pose. So all parts of your leg press down into the floor. Hands come by your side and press into the mat. You can also bring blocks under your hands if you feel that your maker made you disproportionately, which I often feel like I need extra support under my arms. All right, so from here, we're gonna bring the toes in towards each other to find namaste feet. Ooh, you do that so good. You have such amazing ankle flexibility. And then open back up while keeping your big toes somewhat near each other. And then bring them closed and open, closed and open. So we're just opening and closing our prayer feet for 8, 7, 6, last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it in that prayer position. Squeeze it in, press down into your feet, sit up a little bit taller. Notice if you started to collapse through your low back. Hold here just for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Shake it out. Okay, so we're going to take 3 versions. Actually, before we take the 3, no, we're going to take the 3 versions first. Before the 3 versions of Mula Bandhasana is root lock pose. So we're going to take 2 prep poses and then the actual root lock pose. I'm going to tell you from personal experience, this is an uncomfortable one. Not impossible, but uncomfortable. If it's uncomfortable to you, don't worry, you can follow all of my modifications. All right, so we're going to start, come to your knees and tuck your toes under and rock your weight back onto your toes like you're coming into a squat and curl, except bring your heels together, and if you're able to, bring the balls of your feet to touch so that your knees are out to the side. Okay. What is this pose called when you're just like this? It has a name, right? But we're not doing that, so it doesn't matter. Bring your knees down. Bring your knees down to the mat with your feet maintaining this connection. Okay. If you're able to, bring your feet wider. If you're not, no worries. Did I say feet? I meant knees. You got it. All right. So from here, for me, I start to arch my low back. So really engage your core, draw your tailbone down towards the floor, and if you're able to, sit down onto your heels. So they're kind of like pulling up into your Mula Bandha. That is the goal. Now, reach your arms to prayer, elbows at shoulder height. Once your arms come up, you might start to arch through your back even more, so pull your belly button in. Good. And just hold and breathe. So far, so good? Everybody feels good? Okay, fantastic. So we're gonna take it one step further. You can release your hands. You can stay like this. The goal is to bring your feet forward in front of you, but my God, I cannot. So you're still kind of like resting, your butt's still in the air, but your knees are on the ground and your feet are in front of your pelvis. Rachel's pretty close. Yes, yes, like that. Can you bring your knees all the way down to the mat? Almost, right? So hard. So if you're like the position 1, that's okay too. There's more to this pose. The second part is to bring your hands behind you to the floor or onto blocks and find a little back bend. So you'll lift your gaze and your chest towards the ceiling. Your toes are still pretty tucked. Your knees are on the mat. You have all that ankle flexibility. Nope. All right. And then come back to tabletop. Let's bang out the feet before we take the full expression of the pose. So just untuck your toes and give your feet a little bang, like you're throwing a temper tantrum on the floor. It feels good, yeah? All right. And then release. Take any movement through your feet and your toes that you need. I do feel like I warned you of this in the very beginning. All right. The final one is your toes aren't tucked, so you should feel a little bit better. You're still bringing your feet, your heels together as much as you can, so maybe your knees aren't as wide, but your toes are untucked this time, so you're resting on the tops of your feet. I just can't get my knees that wide apart and keep my heels together. Can you keep your heels together? Yes, just like that. Rachel's in it. So you're sitting on your heels, your knees are wide, and your heels are touching. It's just, that's exactly right. You're in the right place. It's hard. It's super hard, but that is the pose. That is the root lock. There's several poses in actual yoga. We're not talking like fancy made up poses. This is like a real pose from classical yoga from the 1800s, where you sit like this. And then your hands come to the mudra of your choice. Your chest lifts, your heart opens. So whatever your variation looks like, and breathe. Maybe draw your attention to your third eye center, the space between your brows. See if you can let go of that sensation that you need to get out and instead go in. Find wholeness and unity here. And then release. Come to a seat if you're not there already. Baddha Konasana, soles of your feet touch instead of the other way around. Knees come out to the side. You can bring your feet in close or take your feet wider apart, whichever feels better. And when you're ready, fold forward. Inhale and exhale. Inhale lifts you back up to your seat. Close your knees like a book. Hug your knees in towards your chest and your head in towards your knees. Give yourself a little hug. Show yourself some love and appreciation rather than focusing on what you could not do. Focus on who you are, how wonderful of a human you are. Take another inhale here and exhale, roll down onto your back. Massage your low back by rocking side to side. Then prepare for your shoulder stand. You can make this hips on a block, legs up the wall, or you can find a full shoulder stand by bringing your hands under your low back, chin towards chest, lift your legs up towards the ceiling, stack your knees over your hips and your feet over your knees. Try not to move your head from side to side, but draw your elbows closer together underneath you to get more height. You can keep your toes pointed. You can even find some movement through your feet and your ankles, which should feel pretty good right about now. If you're in the supported version of your shoulder stand, you'll stay there. But if you're in the full version, you might decide to find plow pose, dropping your feet over your head towards the mat. If your feet touch the mat, you can let go of your back, extend your arms out long, press your forearms into the floor. Good. Ooh, very nice, Jamie. Inhale and exhale. And when you're ready to come out, gently start to roll forward on your mat. If you have the block under your hips, you can move it off to the side. We'll all find a fish pose here. Extend your legs out long on your mat. Point your toes. Bring your hands underneath your seat, palms face down. Press down into your hands and your forearms and your elbows. Lift your chest. Drop the crown of your head back towards the floor. And breathe. Inhale and exhale. Allow your heart to be open to receive whatever the universe is sending your way, but also to send out your love and appreciation for everyone and everything. Release your head down to the mat. Release your hands from underneath your hips. Hug your knees in towards your chest and rock a little bit side to side. Cross your right ankle over your left knee for a figure four shape. Flex your toes in towards your face. Draw your left thigh in closer to your body for a hip stretch. Release the back of your left thigh. Cross your right leg all the way over the left like you're sitting in a chair, and then allow both knees to fall over to the left side for a supine twist. You can look up towards the ceiling or over your right shoulder. You can tee out your arms or goal post your arms, whatever feels right to you. Inhale, bring your knees back up to center, uncross your legs and take it to the other side. Left ankle comes to right knee, toes flex in. Draw your right thigh in towards your body for that stretch into your hips and your glutes. And then release the back of your right thigh, cross your left leg all the way over the right, and let both knees drop over to the right side of your mat. You can look out over your left shoulder or just close your eyes. Inhale, bring your knees back up to center, uncross your legs, and find your happy baby pose. Reach for the inside or the outside of your feet. Lift your feet up towards the ceiling as you pull your knees down towards the floor. You can rock side to side. You can bend one knee as you straighten the opposite leg, and then switch sides for a final hamstring stretch. Take any movements you need to complete your practice. If there's a pose or posture I didn't call for that's calling to you, you're welcome to go there now. Otherwise, when you're ready, and only when you're ready, find your way to Shavasana, your final resting pose. Let your legs come out long on your mat. Let your feet fall open to the side. Hands by your side, palms face up, eyes gently closed. We'll be here for just a few minutes. I'll bring you out when it's time. Let everything go. Relax completely. Shavasana. Practice inner awareness whenever you feel yourself about to criticize anyone or any group. News reports designed to encourage your sense of separateness or superiority in relation to others can be a perfect time to do this. Find yourself as one of them. In situations where you're expected to hate an assumed enemy, stop yourself from these judgments and walk an imaginary mile or two in their shoes. Do so with all forms of life, even the plant world. See yourself in everyone and all creations, noting the Tao in this simple observation: we are the world. Begin to come back. Wiggle your toes and your fingers. Take small circles with your wrists and your ankles. And with your next inhale, reach your arms long overhead as though you are awakening for the first time today. Before coming to rest on your favorite side in the fetal pose, using one arm as a pillow, eyes gently closed. Today, practice seeing oneness where you've previously seen two-ness. Feel the invisible energy that beats your heart, and then notice it beating the heart of every living creature all at once. Now feel the invisible energy that allows you to think and sense it doing the same for every being currently alive. With your next inhale, press up to a seat at the top of your mat, eyes closed, hands in prayer at heart center. We'll seal today's practice with a unifying breath followed by the sound of Om. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Inhale for Om. Bring your prayer to third eye center, the spot of intuition in the center of your forehead. The love, light, and teacher in me honors and respects the love, light, and teacher in each one of you. Thank you for sharing your practice with me and with each other. Namaste.